Hello everyone and welcome to the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. I'm your founder and host Muhammad, otherwise known as It's Yagu. We are your one-stop news channel for the latest and greatest across gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, and music. Plus we are also amplifying voices from those respective fields and having their stories told here on the Impact Play. Your support keeps the lights running and keeps the content rolling. You can support us over at Anchor.fm /Impact Play /support or via Patreon. Server code turn above, get the show ad free. Go to code turn above, have exclusive access not only to any post show, but to even call in to be a part of the live show experience, plus all the access and so much more. Learn more and come on Patreon support today at patreon.com /Impact Play. Reviewing by using our creator code THEIMPACTPLAY. We are epic partners. So with every purchase you make when you use the epic creator code THEIMPACTPLay, whether it be Rocket League, Fortnite, even buying any game within the Epic Store, we do get a commission and a psychic effect to help support the show. For the elevators, I know our cost to you. Once again, the credit code is the Impact Play. It is not case sensitive, and it is all one word. So this it's that time again, folks. So this we are doing another spoiler cast. This is episode 181, where we will be reviewing episode 2 of Miss Marvel. So stay tuned and enjoy. So we saw Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel. I guess she's not Miss Marvel just yet, because she hasn't. She does not have her own. I guess her own costume. She's been using her cosplay outfit for Miss Marvel for this entirety of the 2 episodes. But nonetheless, we did in this episode we did see Kamala, and let me see. Let me see. What's his name? What's his name? There's her best friend. I keep botching on that name. Let me get it real quick. Just bear with me. It's right here somewhere. Bruno. So she's been training, trying to get a better handle on her powers and to better understand them. So as we kind of talked about on the episode spoiler cast for episode 1 of Miss Marvel, where we it's like a aura of light that's surrounding her, and we saw tidbits of that happening when she was in school, without her unable to control it. Like we saw her nose with surrounded by a crystal, and then we saw her hand as well, just acting all haywire. But nonetheless, let's see. So we did see, I guess, Zoe Zimmerman, which is the popular girl in school, was throwing a party to celebrate quote unquote life, but it wasn't life, it was just her to get more followers, nonetheless. And she was being questioned by some division. I don't want to say rogue division, but I guess some undercover division. I guess we'll know more about that in episode 3. But in the meantime, we'll keep going. There were a party, and then literally everyone was there. It was Kamala, Bruno, and then who was this other girl that was with her? Let me see. She was wearing the hijab as well. Nakia. So we found out that she just started wearing the hijab, but she did it as a way to, I guess, shut some people up because they're, I guess, talking bad because she wasn't wearing it. Then she decided to wear it, and then it opened up a whole can of worms, essentially, where it didn't stop anything. But it's pretty much she made it into her own identity, which we found out later on throughout the show. But nonetheless, I guess I feel like she's gonna be one of the new ones to find out about her powers. But we'll go about the U-turn and the K-turn and just the mind-blowingness towards the end of the show. But nonetheless, here's the party that all three of them were going to: Bruno, Kamala, and Natalia. What's her name? Hold on. Nakia. So, and then there was apparently this not new kid, but someone that is Zoe invited as well, which was, what was his name of the show? Cameron, which is a new senior. A new senior in that school, but nonetheless, we'll get to him later. He did a spinning dive off the top of the house into the pool of where they were hosting the party at her house. And then, literally, as he was getting out of the pool, Kamala, she looks like she has a crush on him, which we'll get to in a bit. So she had a crush on him, like, whoa. Even her and I'm botching on her name. I keep botching on it. Nakia. They were like, whoa. But nonetheless, we'll get into it. So, because there was so many people and so much noise coming out of it, the police, they heard sirens coming inbound, and they were all like, oh, the police scattered, everybody's trying to get out. So, Kamala, Nakia? Let me see, make sure I got that right. Yeah, Nakia. How do you know? Nakia and a bunch of other kids went into Cameron's car, well, his uncle's car, and they got away. But nonetheless, as he was dropping Kamala off, I guess he quote unquote had a crush on her too, so he gave her phone number, and then we saw Bruno was getting a little bit of jealous because he's her longtime friend and even a family friend. So I guess they met up on another day. I guess to go out, whatever. And then we saw her brother outside of the restaurant, wherever they were. And then she was trying to hide from him because it's a bad omen if you're out with somebody else. And then, essentially a bad rap. But nonetheless, we saw he comes in the restaurant and he was with his fiance, which we found out in episode 2 that he's actually engaged. We didn't know that in episode 1. They didn't mention that at all. But his fiance was there with him, and I guess they were talking. Oh, this is like my third cousin. His uncle something's son from Pakistan. Like, oh, he's from Pakistan, but he sounds British. Oh, I'm just trying to copy a show that I like. Essentially, what he was saying. And then we saw that, and then I guess his fiance kind of had a hint that she knows something was going on, so she kind of took him away. Oh, let's go to her fiance, to her fiance. Then and then I guess it fast forward to Eid, which is which holiday that we celebrate. So we have two holidays. We have two Eids actually. The quote small Eid or big Eid. Then I don't know which Eid this was. Eid al-Adha or Eid al-Fitr, but nonetheless it was Eid, and then they were celebrating. Essentially, they had a whole bunch of food, and then as you can see in that particular scene, there was just celebrations all around. People taking selfies and what have you. So there's this one kid on the mosque, which is has like a little bit of a tower. He was taking, I guess, selfies for Instagram. He was trying on different filters, the dummy, out of a window. So he was literally, he almost fell out, but he was hanging on the curtain, which was literally dropping every moment. So she saw the opportunity, and I guess she suited up and went to his rescue. So because we know her ability, she could expand that aura of crystal through her feet, give her a boost or a platform to walk on or stand on, what have you. So we saw that. So she got to him in time. She built up this platform, this humongous platform of light crystal. And then she was able to get safely off. As she was trying to get him off, there was this shadowy, I guess this woman of a figure that blinded her, which I forgot to mention earlier. But we'll do a U-turn later on after I finish this thought. So we saw that happening, and then so she essentially started losing control of her power, which the kid that she actually rescued was starting to fall down. So what she did was, in order to save him, she started throwing little platforms of light as he was falling, and then he's able to fall onto a car, but without with like a few scratches essentially. But she was still able to save him. So as she didn't know what happened. She trying to understand it. She was trying to get away, and then as she was getting away, that department that was questioning Zoe, I guess they sent a couple of drones after her, but she was able to destroy with her abilities, and then as she was trying to run out of an alley, they were out there just waiting for her. I'm assuming they probably think she's a threat, or they kind of just wanted to experiment to understand her abilities or what have you. But nonetheless, she was able to get away. She jumped. She did a little platform, was able to jump over them, over the van, and then she fell, which she kind of, I guess, messed up her leg or hip or what have you. But the completely, the U-turn out of the mind blown turn that it took was her crush was there. Kamran was there, like, oh, come on, like, get in. And then as she get in, and then because she had the Miss Marvel suit on, so how could he know it's her? But he knew, which we'll get to shortly. And then there was some woman in the back, like we've been waiting for you. What did she say exactly? So, literally, I'm like, what? So he was up. So, what's his name? Not Kamala. Kamran was a plant trying to get close to her. I guess trying to keep her safe or something like that. But still, he was a plant. I'm like, and his accent changed. I'm like, what? Huh? I was like, whoa, blown away when I saw this happen. But nonetheless, the scene that I wanted to go to earlier. Let me try to remember. Let's see. The training with oh yeah, the little figure where it kind of, I guess, helped her ability. And oh yeah, before we get into that, we found out later on that her bangle was more of a I guess it acted as a, not a constant, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess a constant, I guess you could say, where it pretty much activated the abilities that were already within her. So it's like what's that thing? Like a lightning rod, essentially, is what it is, or an amplifier, which it kind of just started her. It automatically, I guess, started her abilities, you could say. But yeah, it activated her abilities. So that's what that bangle was. And then I guess when she was home, after her, I guess, her rescue from not a rescue, but when Kamran took her home and gave her number, she was all happy, started dancing. And then they were having dinner with as a family, and then she saw that same figure, light figure, and then she fainted. And then they thought it was the evil eye, as family usually thinks. But yeah, it was actually more than that. And I'm like, whoa. And we actually got more of a glimpse of that figure when she rescued that kid on Eid. Towards the, I guess, the second, I guess, towards the close of the show. But let's see. And then, as she was trying to understand the Bengals, she contacted her grandmother, and she was asking about her great grandmother. Actually, no, her grandmother brought up her great grandmother, where these were hers, and I guess she didn't want to bring her up because apparently she brought shame to her family, to their family. So I guess we'll understand more about that on the next episode, hopefully. More of that we'll get into late, but nonetheless, and then we saw all these conspiracies from these Illuminantes, as they call them, which is these aunts that they talk and gossip with one another and Eid. So she was interested about her great grandmother. Then they started talking conspiracy theories. Oh, I heard she killed a man. I heard she was having an affair. I heard she was having a lot of affairs, which they have no clue of. But nonetheless, this was mind blown. So thank you so much for taking your time to join alongside us on this spoiler cast of episode 2 of Miss Marvel. And for the star rating, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Like, literally. At the end is what sold me. I'm like, what? So, episode 5. No, I'm sorry. A 5 out of star rating for episode 2 of Miss Marvel. So this is my own personal rating on the show. And this is meant, I guess, as a guide. This could guide you if you want to take it that route towards and developing your own opinions, or you can develop your own completely or you can take a different route with your opinions on your thoughts on this second episode of Miss Marvel. So you can take this how you see fit and just take it accordingly. This doesn't mean that you can develop your own opinions or your own thoughts on the show. Like, I definitely enjoyed it. Doesn't mean that you will as well. But nonetheless, I guess this is just me giving my own personal take on the show, on this platform, being the Impact Play. So thank you guys so much for taking your time out of your day to watch this and listen to my thoughts. And also, if you guys are interested in sending us an email, be sure to contact us via Discord, via what's that word? Email, Discord, or even a voice note over at /TheImpactPlay. They may even be featured on a special episode or even a special video segment of the show. This is your time to be a part of the show. We could either read it live on the show, or we could even play your reader mail on the show as well. So either way it works. It's just this is just us giving you guys more of a, because you guys are the backbones of the show. So without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So this is just us trying to, I guess, to further amplify the Impact Play together as a community. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much. We appreciate every single one of you. Me on behalf of the whole team here at the Impact Play. Also, this will be a time exclusive for our Patreon supporters over on the Patreon side of things. If you guys are interested in getting these spoiler casts first, to learn more at patreon.com/TheImpactPlay. For everyone else, this will be available later on. So thank you guys so much. Have a good one, and until next time, folks.